everyone. I just wanted to do a quick moment with you all and kind of be a little bit more transparent than I was last time. A little while ago, probably in the last year or so, I shared my story. It was just a little part of my testimony of some of the things that I had gone through. And maybe about a week or so later, I had a young lady that came up to me, and basically she was not, I knew she had saw or at least heard about me telling my story. And I actually told my story on a platform called The Upgraders by Dexter and Tanya Joyner Scott. And I'm actually going to put a link below so that you can go see it. Just to give a little background, this was one of the hardest things that I had ever had to do, and that was to tell my story. I've always been one who's been just very private, and I'm a protector. I protect people, even when they're kind of wrong. If I love you, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to fight for you. And so it was hard for me to tell that. I remember that day when we recorded, I was sweating profusely. I was nervous. I was afraid. I was scared because it was almost like I was bearing a part of me that I didn't want the world to know. And the enemy wanted me to feel ashamed. But anyway, I thank God for Dexter and Tanya, who pushed me to share my testimony. So when I did and it finally aired and this young lady came up to me, basically what she was saying to me was, she was basically telling me about how much worse her situation was. And even though she really didn't come out and say it, I knew what she was saying. And basically it was, I don't understand why you were up there telling your story, because my story is so much worse than yours. What are you even doing? And for a split second there, I felt a little bit angry, but at the same time, I felt a little bit, I don't know, ashamed. But immediately I knew what the enemy was trying to do. He was trying to shut my mouth. He was trying to make me think that just because I went through what I went through, it wasn't anything. It was something small. It wouldn't help anybody. It wouldn't bless anybody. And so anyway, I kind of had that on me, and then I allowed the Lord to minister to me. And basically what he was saying is that your story is your story. It doesn't matter if somebody went through 10 times worse than what you've been through. If you open your mouth and share your story, somebody is going to be touched. Somebody is going to be delivered. And then another little spin on it that I put it on myself is that I wasn't mad with this young lady. I thank God for bringing her out. But one thing about a testimony is that it is personal. I moaned through that whole test and God brought me out. What you went through, you moaned through that whole test. And if God brought you out of it, then he wants you to turn around and encourage somebody else who's been through something similar or who's going through things that he can use you to actually encourage them. So I encourage you today, go look at the video. Be encouraged to share your story. Remember, whenever anyone tries to make you feel like your testimony is not good enough or make you feel ashamed for what you've been through, you remember this. You moaned through that test. And because God brought you out, you now have a testimony. So now it's time to share that testimony so that others can be delivered. You be blessed. Bye.